Fednan, my good friend, I'm in trouble. Please tell me what to do. I know you can give me good advice that will help me, please. I mistreated my wife because she birthed only girls, and when she finally had son, she gave me the shock of my life, and now she wants a divorce. My dear friend, I come to you with a heavy heart. I need help because my life feels broken. I have been married for 9 years. I never treated my wife right, and I made many mistakes. I had relationships with other women, and I have two daughters with one of them. My own mother thought this was okay, and she supported me in my wrong choices. I wanted a son, and my wife gave me 5 daughters. I thought she did not know about my other children, but she did. My mother and sisters made fun of my wife because we only had girls. They did not see how hard my wife worked and how good she was. Even when I brought my other women to our home, my wife stayed calm and kind. She never yelled or fought with me. She just kept being a good wife. 2 years ago, my wife told me she was pregnant with our sixth child. I did not care much at first, but then she showed me the ultrasound that said it was a boy. I was so happy. When our son was born, he was a beautiful and strong baby. Everyone was nice to my wife after that. My mother and the sisters changed their minds about her. But on our son's first birthday, my wife told me something shocking. She said I was not the father of our son. She wanted a divorce so I could live as I wanted, to be with my other family. She said she did not want anything from me except for the divorce and to keep our daughters. I felt lost and confused. What about my son? A name I gave to a child I thought was mine. How could I deal with this? Since that day, I have felt empty. I cannot eat and I cannot sleep. I lost my friends who were happy for me. How can I face them now? I feel shame and anger that are eating me inside. No one in my family knows the truth. My other family outside are also girls. I truly need your help. My heart feels heavy and my mind is in pain. Thank you for listening. This is Simon seeking for an advice from his friend Fednan on what to do after his wife Veronica paid him back of the betrayal she got from her. Let's get deeper into the story. Veronica was born into a quiet, humble home. Her parents, though not wealthy, were kind-hearted and hardworking. Her father was a school teacher, and her mother sold foodstuff in the local market. They believed in the power of education and raised Veronica with discipline, love, and values. She wore secondhand clothes with pride and went to public school with joy because her parents made sure she never lacked the basics: food, clothing, shelter, and above all, care. From a young age, Veronica showed a deep curiosity about the world around her. She would often sit by the radio, listening to news reports and storytelling programs with shining eyes. Her father noticed how she mimicked news broadcasters and encouraged her to read aloud from newspapers. Her passion for communication started there. When Veronica finished secondary school, she passed her exams with flying colors and earned admission into a federal university to study mass communication. It was a moment of pride for her parents, who did all they could to gather money for her registration and basic school supplies. Though university life came with its own challenges, long queues, unstable electricity, and tight budgets, Veronica stayed focused. She joined the campus press club, anchored student radio programs, and interned during holidays at local media houses, sometimes working without pay just to learn. Her dedication paid off. By the time she graduated, Veronica was at the top of her department. Her name was mentioned during the convocation ceremony, and her parents wept tears of joy in the crowd. After school, Veronica returned home for a while, helping out her mother at the market while applying for jobs. Though the job search was tough, she didn't give up. One day she got called for an interview at a reputable media organization in the city. She wore her best clothes, borrowed transport fare from a neighbor, and went for it with confidence. 2 weeks later, Veronica received a call she got the job. Tears filled her eyes as she knelt beside her mother in their small living room to give thanks. It was the beginning of a new chapter, but she would never forget her roots or the sacrifices that brought her this far. In her second year of working with the media organization, she met a man. She was so happy that the man is a good man and has the fear of God because young man is showing her that. They started dating, and within 1 year, he told her that he would like to formally meet her parents for an introduction. Veronica agreed and took her man, whose name is Simon, to her parents. They welcomed him well. After a short while, marriage preparation started. Veronica and Simon's wedding was great and well attended by family, friends, and colleagues. After 7 months in the marriage, Veronica took in. After 9 months, she gave birth to a lovely baby girl. The family was very happy. Veronica got pregnant again and gave birth to a baby girl. The third, fourth, and fifth was also a baby boy. Her husband became angry. Simon's frustration grew with each childbirth. After the fifth girl, he stopped hiding his anger. He would sigh heavily whenever someone congratulated them and began making snide remarks like, "So it's only girls we'll keep having in this house?" At first, Veronica tried to ignore it. She loved her daughters deeply and believed children, no matter the gender, were gifts from God. She kept praying, hoping Simon would come to his senses and love their children the way she did. But his attitude worsened. He began withdrawing from the family, coming home late, and spending more time on his phone. He no longer kissed the children goodbye or listened to Veronica when she talked. One evening, during a quiet dinner, he looked up and said coldly, "I need a son. If you can't give me one, I'll find someone who can." Veronica was stunned. Her hands trembled as she dropped her spoon. "Simon, are you saying I'm not enough to you? That our girls are not enough?" He didn't answer. Instead, he stood up, grabbed his keys, and left the house without another word. That night, Veronica cried herself to sleep. She thought of her once loving husband, the man who held her hand at the altar and vowed to stand by her forever. Where had he gone? As weeks passed, the tension in the home thickened. Simon became emotionally unavailable. He started seeing other women. He does not have regard for his wife anymore. At the end of everything, the marriage hit a rock.